Hello, Steve White, Steve RC9. Well, Mission to Mars. This is one of those films that I saw back in the day, back in the cinema, back in 2000, and I liked it. I liked the effects. I'm very much a visual person. I'm quite happy, I'm quite comfortable watching a totally vacuous, badly written, bad character development film if it's got great set design, great production design, great special effects. 'Cause I can just focus on the visuals. I find sometimes with films, after you know the story and you've sort of gone through the action, they don't really work anymore, and it really is just the visuals and the actors and the performance and the music that you sort of appreciate more on reviews and watching, reviewing and watching movies and stuff over and over again. So I tend to give some effects films and big action films a bit of a pass, because you're not just there for the writing and the characterization, you're also there for the performances, the actors, the production, the special effects, stuff like that. And Mission to Mars, it's got a few people in it. It's got Gary Sinise, Don Cheadle, Connie Nielsen, Jerry O'Connell, Kim Delaney, Tim Robbins. It was made on a production budget of 100 million. It made 111 million, so it wasn't really a hit for Touchstone Pictures or Buena Vista Entertainment. It's interesting though, because I saw this film with another film at the time that came out, and I don't know what it is, because I bought a film called Red Planet and thought that was that film, which I never watched on DVD. I bought it probably 15 years ago or more, and I just watched it after this, and I realised I've never seen this film before. This is not the film I thought it was when I bought it. What's that other film I watched that I now don't have? It's kind of bothering me, and it's distracting me from reviewing these two films. But yeah, this film is more the 2001 of the Mars movies, I guess, because these films both came out, Red Planet and Mission to Mars both came out in 2000, which is a thing Hollywood sometimes do, where they both sort of get the same vibe and do the same film basically at different studios. This one, basically, astronauts on the space station, problem, they have to abandon the station, go down to Earth. There was a accident on Earth. Aliens. They were astronauts already down there working on Mars, and they came across what appeared to be metal inside a mountain, and then this mountain just suddenly disintegrates and turns into this whirlwind monster, like a giant, almost like the worm from Dune, and attacks the astronauts and kills all but one, who manages to survive by creating a greenhouse in a little station that they had built on the planet, or a ship. I can't remember what it was, and that's the Don Cheadle character. So the other astronauts end up having problems on the space station, or the ship. Is it ship or a space station? I'm getting confused now between the films. I've watched The Martian, and I've watching a lot of space movies. Some set on space stations, some set on the ships, some Earth and ships, Earth and space stations. They're all blending together a little bit. But either way, they have to abandon ship or space station, and they go down. And Gary Sinise sacrifices himself because they have to attach themselves to a pod, and he attaches the line for the other astronauts, but he misses it himself, and then he's adrift and they can't get him because they would use too much fuel to get to him. So one of the women, who's unwilling to let it go, is trying to rescue him. She's going to run out of fuel and die herself, so he takes off his mask and his helmet and dies in space, so that she will stop and go back to the other astronauts and save herself. And it's quite dramatic, and there's a few scenes like that are well done. They get down to the planet and they discover that there was an alien race on Mars that I don't want to go too much into it, 'cause I don't want to ruin it for you, but basically, because you see under the mountain was a sculpture of a face of an alien, and then they go into that, and it's very 2001 in some ways. It's a giant white empty space. They go in there, they're showed what happened to Mars and what happened to the solar system and everything, and they see this representation of an alien, and they discover that we are related to them. And not the Gary Sinise character. Am I getting the actors confused now? No, Tim Robbins. I think Tim Robbins is the actor who his character dies, and it's Gary Sinise who actually decides, I'm going to go with the aliens and go on this journey. So it's got that Close Encounters of the Third Kind sort of ending, and the other astronauts basically go back to be rescued, and he goes off on some sort of adventure. and it's quite well done. It's quite good. It's very grounded in the beginning. They're on the planet, and then they go up on their mission. And the rest of it's pretty much all in space environments, and then the ending is this sort of 2001 sort of slightly abstract, slightly vague, sort of not quite sure what's happening, what he's doing, what adventure is going on, but you get that, you know, there's something more that they're doing. And it's good, it's interesting, I enjoyed it, I always enjoyed it. I'm glad I bought it, glad I have it. I'm just really distracted by what this other film based on Mars was that I watched, that I thought Red Planet was, because I bought Red Planet, never watched it yesterday, and I've never seen it before. So now I want to know what this other film is. So if anyone knows of any Mars movies made around 1998 to 2001 or 2, please let me know. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Mission to Mars.